If one more person tells you, just rest more when you're burnt out, okay, I get it. That advice misses the entire point. I'm Nicole Byrne. I'm a therapist based in Pasadena, and I work online with women across California and Nevada who are exhausted, over-functioning, and barely holding it together. And the question I hear frequently is, how am I supposed to recover from burnout when I can't take time off? And I can't completely change my life. Because the thing is, most of my clients just can't quit their jobs, go on a sabbatical, or disappear to Bali for a month. They have children, mortgages, jobs, aging parents, responsibilities that don't pause. So today I'm breaking down what actually works, why rest alone doesn't fix burnout, what really causes it, and the practical tools you can use even when your life doesn't slow down. Okay, so first let's talk about why rest more doesn't work. Rest is great when we're tired. If you've had a long week and you're physically exhausted, then yes, sleep helps. A weekend off really does help, and our body really needs it. But burnout is different. Burnout is a nervous system that's been stuck in overdrive for so long that it doesn't know how to turn off anymore. And it's the feeling of disappearing in your own life. Like you're holding everything together for everyone else, but you can't remember the last time you felt like yourself. It's also emotional depletion. Like you've been giving and giving and giving, and there's just nothing left. Within days, sometimes hours, you're right back where you started, when you just rest. Because really the patterns that got you there, they didn't change. Your nervous system still thinks that stopping equals danger. So while you might not really feel like you're in danger, you'll certainly feel some discomfort and not really know how to just slow down. And the reason is you still feel responsible for everyone's emotions. You're still carrying way more than you should have to. Rest doesn't touch that. Rest is a band-aid on a deeper wound. And that's why so many high-functioning, capable people stay burnt out for years, because they keep trying these same surface-level solutions, a little spa treatment, a little down day, and they're wondering why nothing sticks. So if it's not just being too busy, what actually causes burnout? In my work with clients, what I see are three things that collide to create burnout. Number one is chronic stress without adequate recovery. I don't mean one hard week, or I mean months, sometimes years of running on fumes. Your body never gets a real break. Your nervous system never really gets to reset. Number two is emotional overfunctioning. This is where you feel responsible and you manage everyone's feelings, everyone's outcomes, everyone's comfort. And you're not just managing your own life, you're managing everyone else's too. And that is, simply put, exhausting. Number three is loss of agency. This is the big one, and one that we aren't sometimes very conscious of, or we aren't really able to articulate. It's feeling like you have no choice, no voice, and no control over your own life. Like life is happening to you. Like you're just going through the motions, doing what you're supposed to do, but none of it feels like yours anymore. So yes, working too many hours doesn't help, but the real damage, it comes from feeling like you're disappearing in your own life while you're holding everything together for everyone else. And here's what's tricky about this. Most people who are burnt out are incredibly competent. You're the one that everyone depends on. Reliable, you're thoughtful, but people don't really know that. And underneath, you're stretched so thin that you can barely recognize yourself anymore. So the question becomes, can you actually recover from burnout without taking time off and without completely uprooting your life? And the answer is yes, but the work looks different than you think. Traditional advice focuses on external changes. Quit or change your job. Take a sabbatical. Set really hard boundaries with everyone. Stop doing things. But most people can't do that. And honestly, even when they can, they often come back to these patterns. Real recovery happens when you change your internal relationship with three things. The first is responsibility, learning that you do not have to carry everything. There's some choice. The second is rest, making it feel safe, not selfish. And the third is focusing on your own needs, trusting that they matter as much as everyone else's. This is deeper work than, a little bit of self-care items sprinkled here here and there. It's also much more sustainable because you're not waiting for perfect external conditions to make everything feel okay. You're building internal capacity, and that's the type of thing that travels with you no matter what. Okay, so let's get practical. What can you actually do today, even if you only have 10 minutes? Here are 4 micro practices that work. The number 1, practice glimmers over groundedness. Instead of trying to feel calm, doing an entire meditation or a yoga practice, which sometimes can feel impossible when you're burnt out, just notice small moments of okayness. It's the warmth of your coffee, the coziness of a blanket, a really sweet snuggle and peaceful moment of reading a book with your child. It's that yummy fall candle, that beautiful flower on your walk, okay? It's 30 seconds, 10 seconds even, of actual quiet. These are not self-care tips. They're nervous system regulation tools. Your body needs proof that not everything is urgent, that not everything needs to be fixed or managed, or that you don't always have to be striving. These are opportunities that you can slow down just for a moment and still be okay. Number 2, name what's yours and what's not. Before you say yes to something, I want you to pause and ask yourself, is this actually mine to handle? What happens if I don't do this? Am I doing this because it matters to me, or because I'm afraid of disappointing someone, or I'm worried about feeling guilty? This isn't about saying no to everything. It's about becoming conscious of what you're carrying that was never yours to begin with, so that you can feel good about your choices. Number 3 is to stop treating rest like it has to be earned. Burnout loves the story that you have to earn the right to rest, that you have to be productive enough, helpful enough, good enough first, complete, and check all of the boxes. This might feel a bit different, but I want you to try this instead. I give myself permission to rest, not because I've done enough, but because I'm a person. Say it out loud, write it down, let it feel silly and ridiculous if it needs to. Your nervous system really is listening, and you are providing it some training, okay? Number 4, get curious about the patterns, not just the problem. Ask yourself, when did I learn that my worth depends on how much I do? What would happen if I stopped trying so hard? And who taught me that my needs come last? Burnout has roots, and understanding those roots is a part of how we stop the cycle instead of just managing the symptoms. Now, self-help tools can take you really far, and sometimes it's all that we need, but they also have limits. So you might need therapy if you've tried just rest more and nothing sticks. You know what you should do. You've done all the reading, the podcasting, all the things, but you just can't seem to make yourself do it. The guilt, the perfectionism, the fear of disappointing people, it feels bigger than you. Maybe you're snapping at people you love, and then you're spiraling into guilt and shame afterwards. Or you just can't remember the last time you felt like yourself. Maybe you can't even remember what sort of you want to do, or who you are, or what matters. Therapy gives you space to understand why these patterns feel so sticky, and to build the internal capacity to actually change them. In my work with clients, we focus on 3 things: pattern interruption, getting curious about the stories that keep you stuck; values clarification, reconnecting with what really matters to you, not what you think you're supposed to care about; and nervous system regulation, teaching your body that slowing down is safe. This work happens at a pace that honors your real life. Quitting your job or blowing up your responsibilities isn't necessary. The shift is in how you show up for yourself. So listen, you've probably been holding it together for so long that falling apart feels like the only other option. But there is a third way, which is to learn to hold yourself with the same care that you've been giving to others. Burnout recovery means changing the patterns that got you here. And that work, it isn't taking time off. It's just showing up for yourself finally in a way that's honest, compassionate, caring, and grounded. If you want to go deeper, I wrote a full blog post on this topic. I'll link it in the description below. It includes all 4 micro practices, plus when to know if you need more support. And if you're ready to stop pushing through life, I offer online therapy for women across California and Nevada. You can book a free consultation. I'm happy to talk with you, let you know what I think, and I'll put the link in the description below as well. Thank you so much for being here, and take really good care.